What's up, everybody? This is Zach with Nerd Cave Plus for March 29th, 2018. And today we're going to be talking about some awesome video game news. And today's show is brought to you by patreon.com/nerdcave. But I'll tell you more about that later on in the show. So let's get into it. PlayStation VR is getting a permanent price drop this week. Actually today, the day of days. Sony has announced that the PlayStation VR bundle will get a permanent price drop to $299 US or 259.99 euros. There's not an Australian price available at the moment. It's a hefty cut, dropping from $399 USD and 349.99 euros. In the US, the bundle in question includes the headset, a PlayStation camera, and a digital copy of Doom VFR. In Europe, you're going to be getting the headset and VR Worlds and the camera. So you're not going to be getting Doom, but you do get all the other stuff. Definitely, I would rather have Doom than I would VR Worlds. That's just my opinion. It looks pretty cool. So there you go. If you've been curious about PlayStation VR, this is the time to get one. Sony's going to be putting out about 130 of those games just on the PlayStation VR, and we're getting past the experiences now. We're getting more full-fledged games, which is awesome. I've loved the little bit that I've gotten to play with VR and everything, and as long as it's made very well, you get a good experience, and we're getting more and more. The game that I played the most out of it on VR is probably Resident Evil 7, and that game is just astounding in VR. It's scary. And if you're not careful, you definitely get motion sick. But it's still a very, very awesome game. And the story and elements and everything, they definitely took their time to make it VR, which is awesome because you don't really get full-fledged games, but now you're getting more and more of those. And this article comes from IGN by Joe Scribbles. Now, we talked about on Tuesday something pretty awesome. The Lego Incredible game and release date has officially been announced. This comes from Game Informer from Javi Guantley. Warner Brothers and TT Games have officially announced Lego Incredibles with a trailer. The game is out on June 16th. Now, the trailer, it shows them creating the logo, the Incredibles logo, and they're like, all of this kind of stuff, and then make it into the Incredibles 2, which makes me think that we're going to be getting both of those stories, essentially. I can't remember off the top of my head when the Incredibles will come out, but this is definitely a great tie-in, and I'm sure they won't be giving away the story before you play it and everything, so I'm sure it's around the same time. But it looks great seeing all of them. You see in... can't remember the kid's name. I want to say Flash. He's got the Flash's powers. So he's the one starting to build it and everything, and then you get the girl, and then you get the mom, and then you get the dad, then you get Frozone. I loved seeing Frozone on there. And it sounds like we got some of the voice actors from it or taking things from the movies to make the voices, because the Lego games now have voices. I remember back in my day when Lego games didn't have any voices and it was just like all slapstick comedy, but now we get voices and everything, and I'm excited for this game because it's been a while since I've been like really wanting to play a Lego game. I just kind of fell out of love with them, and I used to love them a bunch. I used to play all of them, as many as I can get my hands on, and then it just kind of was the same formula over and over again. But this is definitely going to be a ton of fun, so I can't wait for June 16th. It's going to be just one of those games, and it's right in that sweet spot of the summer where a lot of people don't put games out, but now we're going to be getting something that's going to be a ton of fun. Speaking of a ton of fun, Dying Light has added a new location, mode, enemy, and more in their latest updates. This comes from IGN by Shabana Arif. Zombie bunnies are coming to Haran for Easter. Techland's latest updates adds a slew of new content to Dying Light, including a prison heist mode on Prison Island and a zombie Easter egg hunt. Details on the update were posted on Steam earlier. They're adding a new enemy called Sergeant Death Row and a new seasonal event, the Haran Egg Hunt. The prison heist will ask players to break into the armory on Prison Island, solo, or in co-op as fast as humanly possible to reap the rewards. the quicker you are, the better the reward, essentially. If you want to pay Sergeant Death Row a visit, you'll find the Demolisher in the Old Town, described as bigger, stronger, and more unpredictable when compared to the previous Demolisher mutants. Taking him down will give you a ton of XP. So if you're wanting XP and Dying Light, this is the guy that you want to go after. And then lastly, we have the seasonal Easter egg hunt. This shakes things up with a zombified bunny chase. Players can unlock a cock-a-doodle-doo outfit by collecting 25 eggs. Now, all of that's great. That's wonderful stuff. Techland goes one step further by saying, if the community collects 1 million eggs, they'll unlock a gold tier weapon. All players taking part will unlock a gold tier weapon blueprint. The community bounty starts today and runs until April 3rd. And then Tuesday, we talked about the Battle Royale mode called Bad Blood that'll be coming out later in this year and everything. But I love that Techland is continually putting out new stuff, and that this seasonal thing, like making Easter bunnies and all of that, zombies, I think that's so cool, and I'm glad to see that they are giving people the bang for the buck. This is not charging you to do anything. This is the right way to do it, in my opinion. We're not getting microtransaction to death. We're not having to buy DLC. They're giving this stuff away for free, which is great. Yes, they had DLC later on from when that released in January 2015, but that was just a small thing. They've continually given away free updates, and I'm just glad that Techland is one of those companies like CD Projekt Red has been doing with The Witcher 3. This is another case that companies that actually love making games and aren't all just about making money, they're making people happy playing their game, and I commend you, Techland. Good job. Now, I never thought I would see this pop up again, but we are clearly living in the Twilight Zone. No Man's Sky is coming to the Xbox One. Free expansion for all platforms coming this summer. And this comes from Game Informer, written by Imran Khan. In a journey as long as one of the center to the galaxy, the crew at Hello Games have announced a free expansion to No Man's Sky titled No Man's Sky Next, coming this summer. The expansion, as well as all previous content of the game itself, are also coming to Xbox One for the first time. Hello Game confirmed the news today, dropping the logo and the screenshots for the expansion. The new expansion launches this summer on all available platforms. Details are sparse at the moment, with nothing beyond the screenshots and a tweet from Sean Murray, but we should know more soon. The expansion will also be coming day one to the Xbox One version of the game. While Sony published the game physically on the PlayStation 4, they obviously won't be doing that on Xbox One. So 505 Games is stepping in to publish the physical version. The game will also be on Xbox One X, enhanced with HDR and 4K. Finally, No Man's Sky is coming to Tencent service Wii Game, WE game, which may not matter to you, but if you live in China, but for those who do, this gives No Man's Sky, already fairly large Chinese audience, a booster shot with way more possible players racing to the center of the universe. This game is one of those games that you don't hear a lot about, other than people hating on it. I'm glad that Hello Games is putting more into it. I think the bridge is burned, but we'll see. I think a lot of people will avoid it, but they have been steadily adding to the game, and I think that's definitely a testament to what they're really trying to do with the game. I know Sean Murray said a lot of things, but hopefully this will be something that is going to revitalize the game and more people try it out and everything than what had originally happened. So I'm curious to see what all the next DLC is going to really add to it. Hopefully more details will be coming out, and hopefully that they're true, unlike what we got when the game was first launching and everything. But I'm excited to see that more people can play it, even though I haven't played it. Some people really enjoyed it, some people didn't. So I'm curious to see where it goes coming to the Xbox One, and if the Xbox One community is actually going to support the game by buying any of the buying any of the sales and everything. Next up, Red Faction Guerrilla remastered, like Mars because it's on Mars, is coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One. This comes from PSU.com and written by Neil Bolt. It seems that THQ Nordic has given the Red Faction series another chance on the market sometime soon with Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered. I called it. That was the writer. Edition for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. A set release date has not been confirmed, but is set to arrive sometime on Q2 2018. The remastered features fully reworked graphics, heavily reworked textures and graphic features, adding, for example, specular maps, improved shadow rendering, improved lighting, shader and post-processing rework, native 4K support, and the finest up-to-date Mars destruction experience ever. Consoles, platforms to be determined. So I'm sure we're going to see this on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Steam. I doubt that it comes to something like the Switch, but we can always see something like that happening, but we won't know until they really release that. I'm glad that they're giving this game a chance. I think it's something that a lot of people missed out on. I know I definitely did, but a lot of people did and definitely enjoy it. So if you are a Red Faction fan, then this is definitely an awesome thing for you. If it's one of those games, like for me, it's something that I never got into, but I'd always seen the box art and everything, like the fist and all of that. And it's something that I wanted to try, but I never got the chance to. So now I might get my chance in Q2 of this year to play some Red Faction. Yeah, Red Faction. Had a brain fart right there. Last story of the night, Overwatch Uprising event returns this April. Overwatch limited time event Uprising was a huge success when it kicked off last year. It's no surprise that Blizzard is bringing a new iteration of the event back this April. The Uprising Mode is a 4-player co-op mission where you battle invading Omni robots. The seasonal event lets you learn more about your favorite heroes and has over 100 loot box collectibles. This time around, you can also join Tracer as she embarks on her first ever mission in Uprising Cooperative Brawl. Blizzard also teased the return of Uprising in the tweet below. Initiating archive declassification, mission files unlock April 10th. Uprising kicks off on April 10th. So, again, this is clearly a game for service, games as a service and all of that, but Blizzard does such a fantastic job at making people want to play this game. They keep having things that are interesting. They keep having seasonal events. They keep pumping out new content, adding new heroes. They're doing everything right. So why wouldn't people want to play this game if you're interested in that kind of shooter and everything? Because they keep bringing people back. You look at all of these other games that's had a struggle with this. So you look at even with Activision, with you have Destiny 2. They're having a big problem with drop-off right now. You look at Ubisoft's Rainbow Six Siege. They've done an amazing job. So I'm glad to see that we're getting more of Overwatch doing these things, and it seems like every few weeks we're saying this on the show, but Overwatch is definitely doing it the right way. I don't like the microtransactions that are in there, but you can earn them in-game for the most part. But I love that they keep the players engaged and excited about their game. So if you're looking forward to that, let me know in the comments below, because I'm curious to see what your thoughts are on this event that's going to be coming up. So today's show has been brought to you by patreon.com/nerdcave. That's where you can support us if you want to catch some of our awesome content early, make the things that happen on our channels and everything happen, is definitely through patreon.com/nerdcave. It's helped us redesign our set. It's helped us buy equipment like this stream deck that we got over here today. It's just a great way to get stuff early and show your support for the Nerd Cave. So if you want to do so, just like Caleb Palmer did, he is our Patreon producer, you can go over to patreon.com/nerdcave, throw us a few dollars, make Robbie holler, make everybody happy. So the last little bit of stuff that we got here is releases for today. So if I don't say, no, it looks like we're pretty good today. If I don't say a platform, it's Switch. So just letting y'all know that. So let's jump into it. Game releases from March 29th. The Adventure of Bertram, Fiddle Episode 1, A Dreadly Business for the Switch. Atari Flashback Classics, Volume 3 for the PlayStation 4. The Charming Empire for the Switch. Cluster Puck, $99 for the Switch. Dodge Club Pocket for the 3DS. Gotcha Racing 2nd. Johnny Turbo's Arcade Bad Dudes. L.A. Noire, the VR case files for the Rift. I wish that was coming to the PlayStation VR. Totally would get that. Of Mice and Sand revised for the PlayStation 4 and PC. Preda, Vendetta Rising for the PlayStation 4 and the Vita. The Vita lives because we got another game. Reverie for the Vita. Love it. Love it. Tengai for the Switch. Waka Waka Sweet Happy Sweets Making for the 3DS. Zombili for the Switch. Why do people have to name their games so bad? I can't help that. Okay, for tomorrow, March 30th, Good Friday. Outrick for the Xbox One and Switch. Code Realize Bouquet of Rainbows for the PlayStation 4. I can't make this stuff up, everybody. Code Realize Future Blessings for the Vita. Devious Dungeon for the Switch. Farm Expert 2018 for the Switch. Shadowbug for the Switch. Space Hulk Ascension for the Xbox One. And Tokitori for the Switch. Now, if I was to guess what Farm Expert 2018 was about, I would assume that we're a farmer and we've got some kind of equipment. I'm assuming that it's sort of like what Farming Simulator is, which is a pretty good game, to be honest, from what I've watched of it and everything. I'm just curious to see if it's like that or if it's like a Stardew Valley kind of ripoff and everything. So curious to see what that is. But I know Nick posed this question on Tuesday's episode. Do you feel like the Switch's eShop is getting flooded by games? And every Thursday, I read off a ton of games that are coming to the Switch. On Thursday, there's games that come out through the whole week, but Thursday's the big burst of games that comes out. And the more I read of Switch games, the more concerned I get for oversaturation on the platform. And I'm hoping that that's not true. I'm hoping that we get games that are good quality and we get games that people will want to play, because I know with Steam, it's flooded. It's like the world with Noah's Ark. Like, that's Steam right now. It's just a toilet that's overflowed and it never got stopped, and it flooded the whole world, because that's what Steam is now. But with Nintendo, you've got the chance to really curate, because you look back on the NES system, Nintendo's always been good about curating their stuff. There's actually game companies that created more subsidiaries or different companies so they can put out more games on the NES. I'm not saying that we have to go to that extreme for Nintendo, but I think we need to put something into place. That way, every Thursday, it's not like this huge bum rush, pretty much, to get games onto the Switch. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below that. And everybody, I just want to talk a little bit about some of the games that I've been playing. I'd love to get to hear what you've been playing down in the comments below. I personally have been playing a few games I talked about Tuesday, but I've been playing Fortnite. And the more I play Fortnite, the more I like it. The more I want to watch it. I've been watching Darkness 4289, something like that. He's over, he used to be a Twitch guy, now he's over on Facebook and everything. And the more I watch him, the more I want to play. And the more I play, the more I want to watch him, and it's kind of vice versa. I want to watch more stuff so I can get better and everything. But I'm really enjoying Fortnite. It's a lot of fun, and it's free, and I think that's the biggest thing. Do I agree with microtransactions? No, but this is a free-to-play game, which is different than PUBG. Not putting any aspersions on PUBG, but it definitely has some stuff in there that I don't care for either. But Fortnite is a ton of fun, and if you're looking for something that is challenging, it's definitely a good game for a challenge. And it's got so many different things. Like, you've got the gunplay and all of that kind of stuff. But you also have the building aspect. So many things added to it that can make it a lot of fun. So I'm excited for more of that game, and I hope you're playing some of it so you can check it out. You can get it for free. You can even get it on your mobile phone now. I don't know if it's been out of invite-only mode and everything, but you can get that. You can get PUBG on your phone. So if you don't have a console, you can at least play it on your mobile device. So there you go on that. The other thing that I've been playing a little bit of is what is that game called? Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Been playing some of that, and I really, really enjoy it. So we're going to jump over to our chat now. We've got somebody over on Twitch. Armir said, No Man's Skies said, sounds so much of a ghost name. Yeah, I'm curious to see where No Man's Sky is really coming out of, like, hiding. They've been hiding for quite some time about the whole thing, because they kind of made their bed hard and lied in it. If you lay with a dog and it has fleas, you're going to get fleas. And that's what kind of happened with No Man's Sky and everything. So, but yeah, there you go, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed tonight's episode. We'll be coming back to you with some awesome gameplay and everything, but we do hope that you subscribe over on Twitch, or like on Twitch, and follow in all of the different places that we are on YouTube, Mixer, Facebook. If you like podcasts, we're over on all the podcast services and everything, so definitely check that out, and we hope to see you next week back on Tuesday. So have a great week. This has been Zach.